1 consecutive district titles. Saturday, an old rival stands in the way of that accomplishment, as Juan Kincaid reports.
Here we go again, another Shaw-Rummel game with everything to play for.
Always get ready for them because Rummel's our biggest rivalry, so we always try and just talk about getting ready for them and that we can't let happen what happened last year.
And it's pretty much showing Rummel all the time, unless other teams go to the top. But no, I really believe to be Rummel's show.
These two teams have quite a bit of history against one another. Last year, the Raiders beat the Eagles for the district title, only to watch the Eagles knock them out of the state playoffs. In fact, this rivalry began way back in the mid-'60s, and it seems like it's gotten even more heated as the years have gone on. Every time these two teams play at the end of the year, there's always something big riding on it. This year, a district championship, and neither team wants to be considered the favorite.
Well, I think we're underdogs because they're the ones that's coming up in here with the undefeated record.
No, no, I don't think we're the favorites at all. I think a lot of people leans towards Shaw, but hey, I mean, they're a good program, and I respect that program, and we have to see come Saturday.
But if you go on pure numbers alone, the undefeated Raiders should beat the 7-2 Eagles. But anyone familiar with this series' history knows that actions speak a lot louder than numbers.
Yeah, I disregard them 2 losses because Shaw is a team that you can never look by. I mean, Shaw's always been a powerhouse, and in the future they'll always still be a powerhouse. They are going to step up, especially when Rummel and Shaw hooks up. It's going to be a game.
I'm Juan Kincaid, Channel 4 Eyewitness Sports.
And we've just learned that the Saints have sold out.
12-0 playing up in Baton Rouge tonight. The other Catholic League, and we'll go up to Baton Rouge, where Juan Kincaid joins us live. And Juan, you saw one heck of a ball game tonight, didn't you?
Sure did, Lee. We sure did. I tell you what, this is one of those games that if you miss the first 24 minutes, no big deal, because all the action happened in this one very, very late. And what a finish it was. Rummel and Catholic, two teams that know how to score, but couldn't prove it that well in the first half. It took the Raiders nearly 23.5 minutes to strike gold, and once they did, it was all Casey Prescott to Michael Russo. Raiders led 7-0 at the half. But Catholic opened the second half scoring with a touchdown on their first drive to tie the game at 7 apiece. But that deadlock didn't last. Terrence Dunbar was asking for the ball on the sideline, and once he got it, he knew exactly what to do with it. Going 48 yards to the score, Rummel back on top, 14-7. And the game looked to be in the bag for the Raiders until just over a minute left to go in the game. The Bears put it in from a yard out, sending the game to overtime, tied at 14 apiece. First overtime, Catholic scored a touchdown. Rummel has to answer, and they do it. 4th and 15, Prescott to Russo, touchdown, 21 apiece. Second overtime, Rummel gets the ball first, and they get it in. Prescott to Christopher Repole, 28-21 Raiders. Now time to play defense. One last time, 4th and goal for Catholic. And the ball is dropped. Rummel, they move on to the semifinals, 28-21, the final score.
In these situations, players step up and make plays. It's not much a coach can draw up in the dirt, then it works. It's players making plays, and we had guys in overtime step up and make plays.
They sure did. They made plays, made enough plays, win at 28-21. Last year, Rummel lost in the quarterfinals to Shaw. They get it done tonight here in Baton Rouge. Reporting live from Baton Rouge.
Offensive coordinator Skip Holt. Its first appearance in the state semifinals. But a giant step remains to get over Evangel tomorrow night. Lee Zurich has more.
So far, Rummel coach Jay Roth's message has helped him motivate. Roth tells his team, if we fear failure, we'll be successful. The Raiders have been successful for 13 straight weeks now. Rummel's still undefeated on the season. On Friday, they face perennial powerhouse Evangel.
The confidence level is high. The kids have watched tape. It's been like a library. They've been checking out Evangel tapes every night, taking them home, and they're looking forward to the challenge.
The challenge is a tough one on Friday. Evangel won 6 state titles in the 90s. They've got another talented team this season. led by quarterback John David Booty, the brother of former LSU Tiger Josh Booty.
You've watched him from the stands for the last 10 years. You've sat in the dome, watched him play state championship games, and been impressed with him, and they're just as impressive when you're about to play him for the first time. And it's going to be a big task to stop their offense, and it's going to be a big task for our offense to stay on the field.
The wet weather forced Rummel indoors today for practice. Friday's game, probably the biggest in school history. Rummel's just one win away from its first ever berth in the state finals.
We sense how big of a game that this is, you know, and I mean, if we don't get the sense on the football field and from the coach, we sense it from the fans. I mean, they expect a lot from us, and that's why we got to watch this film. We got to prove to our fans and mainly to ourselves that, you know, that we can stand up next to the big dogs.
At Rummel High School, I'm Lee Zurich, Channel 4 Eyewitness Sports.
And Tulane's Lisa Stock.
Upon further review, Saints coach Jim. Today's playoff preview is the Evangel Rummel game. Now, Evangel won the state 5A title in '99, but lost to St. Aug in the quarters last year. The semis is the furthest the Raiders have ever gotten. Rummel didn't let the rain dampen their spirits today. They practice indoors for tomorrow night's showdown. Evangel throws the ball a lot and scores a lot of points. The Eagles also have a lot of playoff experience. They've won 3 3A championships and 2 1A titles since '93 before they moved up to 5A.
You know, people talk about what our defense is going to do. How about what our offense needs to do? We need to control the football. We need to get first downs. We need to establish a running game and keep our defense off the field and take time off the clock and make it, you know, a 4-possession, 5-possession game. You know, everybody says what our defense is going to do. It's what our offense has to do.
For the inside scoop on state championship, that is no easy task. The Red Raiders practice indoors today for tomorrow night's showdown. Rummel coach Jay Roth says they need to control the ball, get first downs, establish the run, and keep the defense off the field. That's a tall task against an Evangel team known for its offense. But Coach Roth says at this point in the season, there are no secrets.
No, there are no secrets. I think they know the strength of our game, which is big physical type football, and I think we know the strength of their game, which they're going to throw the ball.
Well, I'd rather score in 12-2. We need to run as much time off the clock as we can because I know they pass the ball and they'll be controlling the clock, not really that much, but for us running the ball, we'll just control the clock the whole time.
Highlights and scores from this